You know, I don't know what to say about happiness. I don't have any instructions. I do a lot of reading and a lot of writing, and but one thing I kind of thought about in life is about happiness is more or less a byproduct. It's not really so much a goal as it is a byproduct of how you live. Because when I'm doing the things I enjoy doing, like when I'm writing, I feel happy. When I'm reading stuff, I feel happy. When I'm in really good conversation with friends, I feel happy. If I'm walking along the beach, I feel happy. I mean, that's all it is. That's all it is. There's nothing spectacular. Nothing spectacular. It's just basic everyday things. It's just being content with life. Having meaningful things that you do. Things that you think are meaningful. Things that you think are worth your time and energy to do. You just do those things. And I think that the byproduct that comes from doing those things is that you feel happy. And if you do that every day, you're happy. Now, there are times when tragic things happen. People die. Sometimes, bad things happen. You can lose a job, or you can have health problems. As I've had health problems, and I've had them really seriously. I had a little bit of a scare last year when I thought I might have a toe amputated, but it didn't happen. There are things which, you have to deal with those things. But you bounce back from it. You bounce back. And you keep a positive attitude, and I believe in having a positive attitude. I just don't think that, I'm not into the crazy stuff where I think that I have to go to some extremes. I don't think I have to join a cult. I don't have to shave my head and chant some special something or go live up on a mountaintop or something like that. I just find happiness in the everyday things I do. When I get up in the morning and I make a cup of coffee and I make my coffee just right. I mix that just right amount of cream and just right amount of sweetener because I don't use sugar in it. And it's just perfect. I just make it the way I really like it, and I'm sitting back and just relaxing. I turn on some music. Sometimes I wake up in the morning. I know I usually get up like an hour or so before I have to go to work, so I have plenty of time. And I do that on purpose. I actually have more than an hour, like an hour and a half. So I'll just sit back sometime and just, I'll even make a video early in the morning, or I'll listen to music. Just little things like that. Just little things. I think those things bring me more joy and happiness, true happiness, than the more spectacular things. Like when I travel or things like that. Those are more spectacular, but it's just the everyday things. It's that cup of coffee. It's that conversation with a friend. Just those little things. Little things matter. Today I cooked something. I had some leftover spaghetti sauce, and I decided to cook it with some noodles. I actually use these Thai noodles, and it was really a delicious combination. And I had a little bit of wine, and I sit back, and in a little while I'm going to watch a movie. I was watching a movie earlier today. I was watching Toy Story 3 and almost cried. Oh God. That's, oh God, I was almost like, oh, please don't let anybody see this. But those little moments, those are the things that matter. Little things, not the big things, not spectacular, nothing supernatural, nothing woo-woo involved. It's just little things. That's what happiness is. It's just being content with the everyday things. And if by chance I should happen to win the lottery, I think I would enjoy that too. But I don't need to win the lottery, but I would like to. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if I won like $300 million, I'm not going to say, oh, 300 million, I don't need that. Here, take it back. No, I take it out. I'll take it and enjoy it. But I don't need it. There's a thing of wanting versus needing. I would like to have that money, but I don't need it. I don't feel like if I don't have $1 million or several $100 million, my life is incomplete. No, my life, I don't feel a sense of incompleteness. I think that's the thing right there. I don't feel this sense of incompleteness because I don't have I don't even have a car. I rent my cars. I actually signed up for this Zip Car program. They have something called a Zip Car. I'm sure if you live in a city that has that, you know about. And so when I need some wheels, I just go and, rent one of those and go someplace. But, I'm hopefully next year I'll probably have a car. A new one, too. I want to get a 2011 or 2012, whatever. But I don't need that. I mean, I'm content taking the train to work every day. I'm content with the things I have. I think sometimes people say things to themselves. And it's the things you say to yourself. Like, I can't be happy unless I have millions. I can't be happy unless I look a certain way. And sometimes when people get into this thing about having things or looking a certain way, sometimes people get so obsessed with that they wind up doing things that are harmful to themselves and to other people. I think about people who suffer from anorexia. Because I know somebody like that. I'm just going to say it. I had a girlfriend who was like that. And it's like this obsession where you wind up hurting yourself. And no matter how much you tell that person that they look fine, you don't need to lose more weight. It's like, what do you say? You can't. Because there's an obsession with something. This not being content with what you have. Not being content with what you are. So many things teach us that we shouldn't be content. That we shouldn't be satisfied with the way we are. We should be skinnier. We should be bigger. We should be richer. We should have this type of car. We should have that kind of computer. And instead of saying, look, nobody's ever going to get on a commercial and say, be happy with who you are. Be content with who you are. No one's going to say that because it doesn't make money to do that. When you keep getting hit with the same messages over and over and over again, that stuff sinks in even if you don't think it does. It sinks in. It takes a lot to kind of resist those messages. I'm sure every so often I catch myself feeling that I need something that, in fact, when I stop for a moment and think about it and I say, you know what, I really don't need that. I really don't need this thing, or I don't need that thing. That's just this message you get from advertisers all the time. You just get this message and you have to say, no. I'm okay with what I have. I mean, if I get something nice, fine. I'm happy with it. Learn to appreciate. Learn to appreciate. That's a message I want to give right now. Appreciate what you have. Stop for one moment, look at what you have, and appreciate what you have. Because I learned to appreciate my health. I had to learn the hard way to appreciate my health. You have to get sick first. It took that for me to learn to stop and appreciate what health I have. Because, in the future, I don't know what's going to happen. None of us know. So appreciate right now what you have. Just learn that. That's an important lesson.